That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? One of my absolutely favorite things that has been on television in the last couple of years, and I think the best thing DC has ever put on television, all due respect to the Arrowverse, all due respect to Smallville, which I loved, but Peacemaker, a show that I said was a stupid idea, and the first trailer looked dumb, and I had no idea why they were making this show.
And he killed Rick Flag.
Well, that was Ray's problem.
Yeah.
Ray was very upset.
They lost already from the beginning.
That they're doing a show about a guy who killed Rick Flag. But, man, I fell in love with this show from the very first, well, not even from the first episode, from the opening credits, which is, to this day, the greatest opening credits of any television show in history. I don't know how they're going to top that with season 2. They can't top it, but maybe they can get close. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't that show come out? Did that show come out in 2021 or 2022? Ray, look that up. Because at the earliest, it was 2022. And that means it's
22.
now... It was 22.
Yeah.
So it's already been a couple of years since that show was out. They just were filming it now. And I've been under this automatic assumption that this show was going to come out in 2025. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe even by the end of 2024. Well, John Cena was just interviewed, and he was asked to give some details about the show. And of course, he's very, very tight-lipped on it. But he said this, and it's got some people excited, but it actually has me worried. From Screen Rant, they wrote this. Cena clarified that this release window expectation is the only Peacemaker Season 2 detail he can share, leaving concrete dates and story details out of the picture for now. His full quote is here. John Cena said, "I'm hopeful in saying next year." And that's about the only Peacemaker question I can answer. I'm hopeful that it will come out next year. All right. Let's just put this into context. I've been operating under the admittedly baseless assumption that 2025 was automatic with maybe a hopeful chance late 2024. Because if it were to come out this year, it's 2 years after the last Peacemaker. If it comes out in 2025, like I've just kind of been assuming, that means 3 years. But correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Tell me if you've had a different experience. I feel like the last couple of years, whenever I've heard a showrunner or something say, we're hopeful to have this out by X date, it never makes it by that date. Like whenever they, well, we're hopeful to have this out by 2023, doesn't come out till 2024. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's been my experience. I'm sure that's not 100% true. I'm just saying that's kind of been my experience. And with John Cena not saying, well, it'll be out by 2025. No, he says, I'm hopeful in saying that it'll come out sometime next year. That tells me, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that kind of tells me that there is a very real possibility that this show doesn't come out till 2026.
Could be.
I mean, obviously, since James Gunn has been working on Superman, and if he's going to helm this second season and he wants it.
But he's not. He directed
he's not.
No, he wrote it. He wrote the second season.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's directing a couple of episodes, and I think he's already directed the episodes that he's directing.
Okay, well, now then
I'm wondering if it has something to do with, like, the DCU has to be established for the storyline of this.
All right.
So it can't come before certain things. I don't know.
Now Moonarch in the live chat saying James Gunn said Peacemaker wouldn't come out before Superman. Yes, understand. But there's a long time. There's a long ass time between when Superman comes out and the end of the year. That's a long, big window.
Maybe this will be like a January, February 26, early 26.
Yeah, I mean, listen, or it could very well, maybe it is 2025, and he's saying, well, he's just being vague by saying, I'm hopeful, but I'm hopeful tells me they are aiming for 2025. Mm-hmm. But saying he's just hopeful tells me they think there is a chance that it may not come out to 2026. And again, if it doesn't come out to 2026, that's 4 years. 4 years in between seasons. Come on. I mean, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that we are talking about King Daddy Goat is saying, well, it'll definitely come out before Blade. Yes, I think we can safely say
Thanks.
Peacemaker season 2 will definitely come out before Blade. But I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that we're going to get it in 2025 sometime. It's because even then, that's too long. 3 years in between seasons? Come on. Now, granted, I understand DC's gone through some turmoil. They've ended a cinematic universe. They're starting a brand new cinematic universe. Whole new leadership, I get it. But even understanding that, 3 years in between, that's too long. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Gametime. My wife Ann and I love going to events, whether they're comedy shows, concerts, an LA Lakers game. I mean, just the other night we went to go see Ronnie Chang and it was awesome. We love having these new experiences and new memories. And our sponsor Gametime makes getting tickets for concerts and events faster and easier, even if you don't buy tickets right away. Because prices on the Gametime app actually go down the closer you get to the show start time. With killer last minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying event tickets. I couldn't believe how easy and most importantly, intuitively, the entire app works. Finding the event I was looking for couldn't have been easier. The way it lays out the map of the venue, letting you know exactly where the seats are that you're looking for, and how easy the process was to choose and buy those tickets. So don't worry if you think you're too late to get tickets to that big event you and your friend want to go to. They have last minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, whatever. So guys, take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use the code Campea for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code Campea, C-A-M-P-E-A, for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. What do you think about this? How do you interpret what John Cena means when he says, I'm hopeful it'll come out next year? To you, does that basically mean, yeah, it's going to come out next year? Or are you kind of like me where you're worried that saying he's hopeful means it may not come out till 2026? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.